For trading it all.
Welcome back, everyone. We're having fun here, and Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to everybody out there. And my next guest has never been on my show before. We're in a new spot now every day, noon to 1. I'm finally doing it right every single day, Monday through Friday. You're going to listen to Networking Arizona. And what I really love about my show the most is about the fact that it is information for people out there. You take it with what you want to do with it. It's networking. Maybe you tell somebody about it, and that's what it's all about. We're going to have a lot of fun right now, too. We're going to open up the lines to the audience because we've got a book we're giving away right now. I have with me Olu Martins, and he's the author of From Ashes to Beauty. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You have a story, so tell everybody about yourself and why you wrote the book.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Carol. Again, my name is Olu Martins. My background is actually very varied. I grew up in London, England.
You don't sound like it.
Well, I've been here for a few years, so sorry, Carol.
Go ahead.
So anyway, so I went to college here in Maryland and started in the financial business. Got married to someone that is my soulmate. Unfortunately, she passed away from brain cancer. We had two young boys together, so I became a single dad unexpectedly. And after a few years, I got remarried, thinking, yes, this is it. Well, sadly, that didn't quite work out, and here we are with the very best version, which is a twin mate, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit later.
A what mate?
A twin mate.
What is that?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Right. Spell that out.
TWIN, twin
mate. So she's actually your twin mate, the person that you finally met and have married now.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what's a twin mate?
I guess in order to understand a twin mate, you must really know what a soul mate is and a hell mate, and then you get to the.
A lot of people got a hell mate out there, I'll tell you now.
Then you get to the next level, which is the twin mate, which is the ultimate expression of love.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about soulmates, most people think that a soulmate is somebody that they're gonna get along with. Not necessarily. A soulmate is a person that comes into your life that makes you a better version of who you are. And it could be someone that is nice. It could be someone that is not. It could be a personality that you like or you don't like. But the main purpose of a soulmate is to make you a better version of who you are.
Okay.
And then we get to the other one, which is a hell mate. Well, as the name implies, nobody wants that hell. But a hell mate comes into your life to bruise you, leaves you bruised, leaves you broken.
Those are the ones we don't like. My daughter has one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Their main job is to steal, kill, and destroy. Kill what? Kill your dreams, steal your passions, and destroy your life if you let them do that. Obviously, there's a lesson for everyone that has gone through a hell mate situation. Now, a twin mate is not a perfect person. It's important for me to say that. Not a perfect person, but a person that comes into your life that is a carbon copy, that your other side. We have two sides, just as a coin has a head and a tail. All of us, I believe, have two sides.
You're right.
It's a search of finding that other side of you. The person that comes in that is sacrificial, unconditional in their love for you. The person that's probably gone through hell in order for you and her to come together. It's really a very special relationship, a very rare gem.
Now, your book.
Yes.
Okay. What's it talk about within the book about this? Because the book is called From Ashes to Beauty, Soulmate, Hellmates, and Twin Mates, inspired by true events. Now, this book you can get only on your website. It's exclusively only there. And your website is onesoulproduction.com. In the book, before I start giving it away, okay, can you tell everybody, first of all, why didn't you just make it Twin Mate? Why did you have the name From Ashes to Beauty?
Well, a lot of times, in order to recognize what is beautiful, you have to see the other side. A lot of us don't know beauty unless we've been through something that is not beautiful. We don't understand what kindness is unless we've also seen the other side. And so I think a lot of people can relate to ashes growing from a certain place and coming to another place of beauty. You can only recognize it if you've been there. Otherwise, you don't know the difference between an ash and an ash.
I'll tell you, well, be careful with what you say there. But in all honesty, though, everyone can relate to that. As you speak that, we've all been through some terrible times in our lives. And it's funny how, as we look back and how time does heal things, and you turn around and you go, wow, that was a purpose in my life of why I had to go through that to get to where I am today. Almost everyone can relate to that with what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And so in the book, what do you write in the book for them to get this inspiration from you?
Yes, and I guess the main thing...
I can't wait to read mine. Go ahead.
Thank you, Kara. The main thing that the book proposes is this. A lot of us are scared, for whatever reason, to pursue a soulmate, even a twin mate relationship. Many of us feel okay where we are, thinking that this is the best that it could ever be. Even in certain situations where you know that this is not a good situation. But we settle in many times. We settle. We say things like, the devil we know is better than the one we don't know. I completely disagree with that. But we say things like, the grass is not greener on the other side. How do you know? I say, how do you know? Have you really been to the other side to see? So we say things like,
Should you go? Should you go?
Should I go? And all these things. And in your heart, you know that you're not in a good situation. But the boldness and the courage to move on, many are not willing to do that. Many just settle.
So let me ask you, in this book, because I'm going to give it away.
Yeah.
In this book, is it about being able to do that? Or is it a part of it about being about doing that?
A part of it encourages you to look at where you are.
And to accept where you are. But, that could be, okay, there's two different sides to that, too.
Yeah.
Because being a lot of people saying, okay, I know where I'm at, maybe I'm not happy, doesn't mean moving on all the time. It might be working it out. I have to say.
Absolutely, Carol. For some people, certainly that is the option,
right.
Working it out. However, a lot of times I feel that we tend to listen to the experiences of others. Nobody can truly know what you're going through except you. And nobody can get into your mind.
I love a man talking the way he is. It's awesome. Go ahead.
No one can know your mind and your exact situation except you. Even the psychologist or the counselor that you talk about is not living in your mind or living in your home. So this is very individual, and each person will make the right decision depending on their walk.
Okay, so the book, when you talk about it, what is it? Stories? Is it? What is it? So I can give it away. Help me out here.
Yes, absolutely. It's a personal story. It's a story of myself and my wife, Maria. And how indeed we're soulmates even before we were born. And our destiny here was to come together. Now, it took many trials and tribulations and some crazy moments, but this is the kind of things that people go through sometimes in order to get to that level of finding a twin mate.
Do you feel that this book is a book that is a feel-good book? Is it a book that they're going to learn something from it at the end?
Oh, absolutely. It is both a feel-good because everyone should feel good about meeting a soulmate or a twin mate, or even the possibility that it exists.
Man, I'd be feeling great if I met. I don't care if it was a half a mate. Be okay with me. Go ahead.
Even the possibility. The possibility that such exists, because some people have lost hope because of horrible relationships. Some people have lost hope that
because of you men out there, and there's women out there too. I mean, it's not just men.
No.
Men and women today. The world is weird. It's strange. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we lose hope when we say, "Oh, I'm done." And some people say, "Oh, I'll never marry again,"
right.
or "There's no love out there," and all these horrible things because of past experiences. This book challenges you to say, "You know what? How about is it possible that there may be something for you in the future? How do you know?
The name of the book is called From Ashes to Beauty, Soulmates, Hellmates, and Twin Mates. We've got everyone getting entered in to win a copy right here at KFNX on my show. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further. You can go up on their website, which is the only place you can get this book, which is One Soul, S-O-U-L, production, only one, production.com, or call in here, get entered in to win. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about love, and we're talking about soulmates. We're talking about hate mates. We're talking about twin mates. I've even talked about half a mate. If you, whatever you're out there, give me a call here. No, but we've got our lines open here for everybody to get entered into win. This book is called From Ashes to Beauty, Soulmates, Hellmates, and Twin Mates. It's inspired by a true story, and we've got Olu Martins. He's the author of the book, and you can get this on his website. Where the book is there, and only place that you can get it is on the website, which is One Soul, S-O-U-L, production.com. But you can also call in here and get entered into win. We've got everyone getting entered into win, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for everything we're giving today. 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You know, at the break we were talking about your website, and your website is way more than just to get the book here. Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. The website has a ton of different information. There are people that can relate through books. There are other people that relate through things like poetry or music. And so we have a variety of ways for people to relate, to help them, to encourage them, for them to think deeper about their situations.
When I hear you talk, I hear that what you're saying in your story is that don't lose hope.
Yeah.
That there is love out there. And you know, you can find love at any age.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'll be 100 by the time it happens, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had it. I've had my children. I've been married, and a lot of us. And I would say I'm 62, and I would say that most of my friends that are the same age, a lot of the women I know are single. They've been married, and they say the same thing that you said. I'm never getting married again. But that's not necessarily that they should think that way, is what you're saying.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's so easy to lose hope, and I understand it. Because when something drastic happens to you, when you think your life ought to go this way and it's going another way, and you get into a certain pattern, you can settle into that pattern and say, well, I don't need anybody. I don't need anyone else. I'm fine by my own. Now,
how many people out there can relate to this right now, men and women? But then, by the way, you say this. Well, you know, I've been living with myself so long that I don't know if I can live with somebody else. I mean, even though I want to, I'm not sure I really want that, because you're not telling me what to do at this point, right?
And you're right. And absolutely, Carol, you have to be cautious. You can't live with everybody, but you can live with somebody besides yourself.
As long as they're willing to do everything I want, right?
And as long as you're willing to bend and compromise a bit so that you can be one in that relationship. Now, obviously, this is not for everybody. There are people truly that are meant to be by themselves. And I'm not going to say that everybody needs to have that kind of relationship. There are certain people that are meant to be by themselves.
So let me ask you, let's talk about your story.
Yes.
Okay, so you went through some terrible things, and you meet your twin mate.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how long have you been with your twin mate?
I have known my twin mate for almost 8-9 years. Been married now for about 4 or 5 years or so. Mm-hmm. So it's been a phenomenal relationship. Again, let me stress this: a twin mate is not a perfect person, but it's a person that perfectly loves you and you perfectly love.
I think a lot of people met their twin mate, and I think sometimes their twin mate, sorry to say this, but sometimes the twin mate then says something happens in their lives, their hormones got screwed up, which we just said earlier, right? Or they maybe, I don't know, something in their lives, they met somebody, they're working with somebody, and somebody's in their life, whatever could happen that way, and it messes up things. And I think I feel like I met my twin mate once. You know, have you ever felt that? Does anybody have somebody in their lives that they met that was their twin mate, that they felt was, and they let that, or either they let that person go at one time and they lost that twin mate? That could happen too, right?
Oh, yeah. That's absolutely.
That's
that
a
can
sad
happen.
thing.
It's sad. It can happen even through a channel of death.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Not just divorce. It
Right.
Can, so
Absolutely. And it happened, even that sort of thing kind of happened to you. She might have not been the twin mate. She was the soulmate that died. That's sad.
yeah, absolutely.
I know a lot of people like that.
Absolutely. I think, Carol, the main aspects of a twin mate have to do with being able to accept a person, being able to love unconditionally. I mean, these are hard things. It's not easy. These are hard, but we all grow, we all learn, and the sacrificial part of the love is very important. And being able to forgive, truly forgive, and release that hurt that is built over time. Again, remember, we're all human beings. We're not perfect. You're not perfect, neither is your twin mate. However, there is a strong desire to continue in the relationship. Now, if as you said, there is some kind of separation, the heart of love never goes away.
It doesn't. I know a lot of people will say that. There was always that one person in my life that I really loved, right? That one, it could have even been the first person you ever met, really, honestly.
Absolutely.
It's been, I don't know why that is. Now, when you talk in your book about yourself, okay, is the book about from the journey from the beginning, from the first marriage and how that was or is it mainly about your marriage now?
Actually, it's an intersection. You can look at it as an intersection of two lives. My life.
I have a lot of those.
My life and my twin mate's life intersecting. Now, between all that, she has her story, and I have a story, and our lives
so both
separately.
Of your stories together.
It's both of our stories together, intersecting together. Finally, getting to a point where our lives intersected, and so it's.
So I gotta ask you. I mean, I know she's here. I have to say she's here, but she didn't want to talk on the air. But you were friends before.
Yes.
Okay. How many people out there have people in their lives that they're really, really good friends with, but they never got married, but they thought that we shouldn't really don't go there, that we're just good as friends. I had somebody in my life that I was very close with like that, and we probably should have, but he ended up moving into another, and then he ended up passing away like that. And so I know that feeling, but there are a lot of people out there that have these really good friends, but they don't dare cross that other line.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're telling them they ought to read the book and maybe cross the line a little bit.
Maybe for some of them. The foundation of every love story is friendship. There must be a true friendship between the two people.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but friendship doesn't always lead to a loving marital relationship. Some friendships are meant to, as you said, just be friends. Let's just stay friends and not cross the line.
Sometimes you do cross the line, and you realize, wait, let's go back over the other side because it was better on that side.
That's right. That's right. So again, every person has to judge for themselves.
Right. Now, do you believe in destiny?
I do believe in destiny, but let me explain what I mean by what destiny means to me. Yeah, what destiny means to me. Thank you. Destiny really is this. Every person, even us here, we have a destined path. Today I had a destiny to come here, but I still had a choice. I could have said, you know what, I'm so scared, I don't want to do it. Now, that means that destiny and choice intertwined. So just because there's a destiny does not mean that I don't have to do something. I still have to make a move. So yes, I believe.
And then that was your destiny.
Oh, then that's your destiny.
Aren't you glad you made the choice to come here today?
Absolutely, I am. I mean, you're a lovely person. So
thank you. But really, it's getting the word out like this is awesome. But more than I see that when whatever choice you make, that end of that is your destiny.
Yes.
That is your destiny.
Yes.
I can't wait to read the book. And thank you for my copy.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, you can get this book only on his website. It's One Soul, SOUL, production.com. You can also see lots of plethora of information there for anybody who's looking for, love and helping get you through something you might have been going through. And this is a perfect day for that, And, there's a lot of people in love today. There's a lot of people hurting today because they're not in love or gotten hurt. I know my daughter's one of them. So I'm sorry, sweetheart, that's happened to you. Everybody out there, happy Valentine's to whether you to yourself, Valentine's Day, happy to yourself, to, if you have a loved one, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Check this out on their website or call in here and get one. We've got everyone entered in to win. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100.